Hey guys, wanted to do like a video every day, but this is actually day 2. Unexpectedly ended up in the emergency room yesterday. Literally just one day before I was supposed to get admitted for my bone marrow transplant. I had this whole emergency where I started having a nosebleed, and you know, with me and nosebleeds, there's just blood everywhere. I will say, yesterday night, I was completely miserable. I hate these nose things. It's like this nose pillow that goes in your nose and blows up. So it's just like pounding on your nose for days. But it's to stop the nosebleed. I also got a PICC line yesterday, which usually I'm like super scared of those, but they haven't been bothering me as much, which is great. But yeah, the nose hurts, my arm hurts, and this is just the start of the transplant process. Started a little earlier than I thought.
Just recapping some of the posts during the time going to the hospital. Gotta stop driving myself to the ER. Blood was coming out of my nose and mouth, and I was throwing up. I brought a container to catch most of it, but I coughed and got blood spots all over the car.
Finished my first round of the chemotherapy last night. Actually wasn't too bad, but like the doctor said, a lot of the side effects don't kick in until a few days later. But I was nervous, and you know, it turned out to really be like almost nothing. It was like 4 hours of fluids, the 2 chemos, and then just some more constant medicines that are preventative. The only thing I did, I had super dry mouth, but they said that's a kind of normal side effect, and in a few days it will probably hit me more, but right now I don't feel so bad, so that's pretty nice. Pretty miserable lately. The acne really beats you up, but that's to be expected. I've been having the chills and some achiness, but hopefully the first day is always the worst. So, ready for it to be done with for sure. Actually only like somewhat remember filming that last one, so sorry you couldn't even hear anything. But I think I was saying that last night was really rough. Irregular heartbeats, you know, 170 heart rate, and chills, and when I was recording that, actually I had like a pretty bad fever. So I was like sweating and a little out of it. But I have some medicine now, and we paused the chemos and biotherapy. So all morning I've had kind of a break to recover.
Thanks for the kind messages. I am feeling better now. Also, my face and whole body is puffier than normal because doctors have been giving me tons of fluid. I had some low blood pressure, plus all the medicines. I also learned today that oxygen through a tube is pretty nice. Oxygen and Benadryl for the win. But actually at this point, I think I had about 14 pounds of fluid just in my body, making me so puffy.
Feeling much better today. Very grateful. I didn't think I'd feel this good for like a year, but I feel almost back to normal how I was before this transplant, or before like I even got sick in the hospital. So thankful for that. I actually felt so good today that I recorded a little video about these shampoo caps. It's like this cap that has shampoo and conditioner, and you put it in the microwave so it's like warm for your head. I know that I look a mess, and in this video I'll probably be a mess, but never cared too much for appearances, I suppose.
So once I get it all edited and blah blah blah, we'll see. I will say that I actually didn't end up editing those videos because it was just an entire mess, and retrospectively I probably wasn't feeling as good as I thought I was. But I did re-record them about a week later, so video to come.
On my way to total body irradiation, not a spaceship, and done. So it's a little anticlimactic, but you do feel the effects later.
So yesterday was considered my isolation day, where I left my room and some people who come to clean, like super deep cleaned and wiped down everything. They like waxed the floors. I had to take a shower before re-entering. So everything in my room is super clean, and I could finally take out my stuffed animals that I brought with me. So I'm very happy to have them. And today is considered day 0. So this is the day that I finally get the donor stem cells. And it's a little anticlimactic. It's really just like a blood infusion, but it's a nice goal. And a lot of people call this their rebirth day.
Happy rebirthday to me, getting a whole new set of stem cells.
I'm feeling kind of okay at the moment. Really, I've just been really sleepy. My stomach has just been horrible between the chemos and radiations and everything. But it could be worse. The nurses pushed me pretty hard today to go take a shower. So did that, and I am feeling refreshed. And yeah, interesting. Neutrophil counts are somewhat related to how much of an immune system you have. And yesterday, my neutrophils were at 0.02. For reference, like 1.8 is the low end of normal. So 0.02 is saying that I basically have almost no immune system abilities. So crazy stuff. But that's what the chemos are supposed to do.
And so this video recaps the leading up to the transplant, which was really tough, when you include ATGAM. But actually a lot of the side effects from a transplant, from the chemotherapy, the radiation, and the donor cells themselves, happen after the transplant. And actually they happen for weeks and months after the transplant. So the next video will be about going through all of that. This video actually was only the first 8 days that I was in the hospital. In the next video, it shows you that I was in the hospital for much longer than 8 days.
Thanks for watching, and check back next week for another video.